out for phase 4, and sometimes going for the direct rotation is actually better than that unorthodox rotation, because if 2 or 3 teams go for that unorthodox rotation, it actually makes that direct rotation just a lot cleaner, a lot easier. So really well played by Miss, and they aggressive in preparation for phase 5.
This is extremely complicated for IA. There is so many teams on the outskirts. If you're trying to go for Potato Hill, there is going to be Geek Fam. So I think they got the information right now. They've seen the utility, they've seen the smokes, they are alerted of Geek Fam's current position. But they're just trying to slow things down a little bit, but it seems like they want to go for this fight, because if they avoid it, they're just going to get backstabbed by Geek Fam from the high ground of this Potato Hill position, and you are going to be in such a bad spot, it's not even worth taking. So you got to think, do we go for the full-on aggression, or do we go for the fight? And it seems like IA want to go for the fight onto Geek Fam. Utility's going to be traded back and forth. Brevo's going to be actually knocked down almost instantaneously, as they need to try and follow it up. The entire team is not pushing this one, so you're giving them an advantage indirectly over to Geek Fam as they're trying to spread down. But the DP28 shots will not connect any further. So this is a nice attempt, but unfortunately the execution did leave a little bit to desire, Imperium, as Geek Fam are just holding it down super strongly and show no signs of weakness.
That was pretty good from IA, because they know that it's pretty safe behind them, but I don't know why they sent 2 people so deep into that team fight. If you're going to send any, just send 1. Don't send 2. Now they're down to 2 players. They're in a desperate situation. That decision was quite poor, and maybe shows...
Hey, you know what? It's just the first game. We've got 20 games. Hopefully they can try and learn from it a little bit. We've got 3 wrangles too, so this is great. It's going to be a really valuable experience, though. IC is going to be able to get himself a great knock onto one of the players of I8. And now it's only Crypto. He's got an M249, though. You've got to be careful. They do spawn out of crates now. So they're going to be in the wild everywhere for you to pick up and use to your team's advantage. They're going to try and go out again, trying to get the intel. He's trying to look for that nade. Will he get it? He's trying to cook in time. It looks good. It's such an easy nade to connect on, and he does get the double whammy. That's Icy clearing out
Northwest Island, but they're going to be looking in their direction. Will any team commit going over there from the mainland, or will it just create more of a claustrophobic position for multiple teams, as Crypto found Ably prone down and does pick up the first kill for I8 in this PMWI.
And that's what we said, right? The Thompson in a proper 1v1 versus an AKM. The AKM is going to win most of the time, and that's exactly what happened for them. So Abely's going to be gone, losing a little bit more information for them. But
a bit of return fire by Zeus onto I8 as one player is knocked down. Bosom. Godless is low on health. Icy's doing a wonderful job with that UMP, but he's getting double teamed.
And which one's going to win, IMP or 2 players of I8? Seem like the 2 players of I8 are going to be able to dominate more and more. Crypto onto the front lane with Blade. Trying to
push it.
Even more of a toll, but yeah, you get so much damage onto Zol and also 2 knocks. You want to try and wrap this one up. They're hearing shots from a distance. They're scared of potentially getting third-partied, so they don't want to be overzealous. They don't want to overstep their welcome. They find the shot. Revers gets it done, and now Zeus out of the lobby in 16th place.
Being somewhat slow on their rotations coming away from Primorsk Esports. They have absolutely no fear on any kind of breach coming on through, but we are getting into the latter part of phase 4, and you can see most of the teams, they are covering the edge. The only team that's in any way in the center of the circle is Navi to hold onto that radio tower square.
And they show no intentions of moving away from this spot anytime soon.
There's very little cover inside the south side for all of these teams to control.
Put this into perspective, we currently have only 4 teams out of 12 inside the circle. That's a third ratio. All the other teams organized
towards the western side. Fnatic Zombies driving in. I8 running and gunning as Navi are getting breached inside the radio tower.
This is the YOLO moment we were talking about. This is the tipping point. You have to take the fight, or otherwise you will get nothing out of this one. Navi, though, still with the high ground position, they are trying to make sure you do not get any closer to their spot. And now I8 going for that play. They're getting actually backstabbed by the zombies right behind them, struggling a fair bit. And Fnatic Zombies, they're looking at an opportunity to get as many kills as possible, but they're also possibly going to be mowed down by Na'Vi on the high ground spot. And we're talking about that I8 losing almost everyone except Revers, I believe it is. And they are just getting naded down like it's absolute nothing. This is looking like a mini red zone concentrated on their current location. But Na'Vi's got to be careful. This is a hilltop position. You're still opportunistically going to be taken down by teams around you. And so far, Myth and Geek Fam are taking that chance to ruin the opportunity of Na'Vi of being on top this game.
Xavier and DS still fighting. Once again, Rabiz is stepping up. Lapis does get Kitsune on the sidelines as Frankie on the ZZP really good. from Xavier. I thought DS Gaming had the better of them, but it seems like Xavier are going to come out on top. Very nice job by Xavier.
Okay, that circle is huge for Reject. You've got to be careful. Still got widespread duello, especially being really close to Myth. It could work out for them. But man, this fight is so confusing. You have 4 teams literally right on top of each another almost. And they are all in nade range, but I think that so many came out already. There's no more nades to go for. There's no more nades to use. So you have to go for the shots yourself. Na'Vi, though, despite having so many players knocked, they got back up as a 4-man crew. And that will be enough to take down the opposition of IA as they are the first team to go down
that direction. I understand if they don't have vehicles, they might be afraid to head towards that area as Fnatic zombies and I8 are engaging. Icy comes in to get a backstab from behind, puts even more pressure on I8. They lose a player.
Fnatic Zombie is from United Arab Emirates. Must give it a fair shot, but seem like it will not go any further, apparently. So that's going to be the end of this.
A1 are closer to the high ground, although that's working out.
Nice.
They have Zeus from behind and a lovely grenade puts the end.
By a thread. Can he get his team back on the saddle and back in a game, or are they about to get taken down by the teams around them?
Oh, Myth got
an easy compound to fight in at the end.
What I liked about I8 just there and then is that they stopped across the river first before they swept over the bridge. Getting that tiny bit of information was so valuable. I think they have an idea that blacklists are there. They're breaching in, but they didn't see Navi. And Navi heard the vehicles, and they do third party to get a knock on the bosom.
Well, but Xavier, you lose everyone except for one player's going to be actually Frankie. Stays up. Oh, there you go. Broly gets himself the knock at the end onto Lamborghini also. So a lot of kills currently are happening on the kill feed. I8, UZM, and also Crypto might be losing their life. And they are spread away. Currently the 2-2 split. 2 players taken down. Makes it really hard to really pull on assistance. And Na'Vi, they're going to be pulling up and going for the assault onto I8.
Oh my God.
Every single kill they can, up to 4 so far. Na'Vi, can they get himself another banger game just like last one on Erangel? But can they this time convert it in a win or a top 3? That's the focus. They see Valdus moving in the distance, trying to shut them down, move them out of the way. But seem like Valdus are not ready for this fight, so they're just going to ignore it entirely.
But Navi kept Kitsune a little bit further back. Now Kitsune is going to look to join up with them, get closer, so they're all committed to that one area because they got deep in that fight against I8 that they really felt like they had to commit it. If Valdus hadn't repositioned onto Rosal Hill, Kitsune probably would have stayed there, but great awareness by Kitsune to join back up closer to his team. But other teams are looking for a mix into this northern side of the circle. Rise Zeus heading in this direction.
I was just going to third party again. I mean, they could. They definitely could. The fight's going to be roaring up between IA and Na'Vi. Oh, I think, yeah, okay, the Molly did connect for a few seconds then. Not going to get the knock on the play of Na'Vi, I believe, just yet. I think I was slowing down, but we've seen Geek Fam a lot in the kill feed Imperium. Like, an insane... Oh, okay, Blade, no, you can't do that, Molly, man. Ah, that hurts him a lot. Now he's down to 1 Revers, and he's indeed going to go in and take a little quick nap and dream it up as he's going to be out of the game. And Na'Vi will still be up as